God of Thunder now stands before the old wooden gates of the outpost. The air is still as he pauses and then strikes the gates with a forceful knock. The gate creaks open. The officer of the Royal Hunting Company steps in front of God of Thunder and speaks.
Welcome to the outpost. Here, the hunters gather, report in, and prepare for the challenges ahead. New assignments are regularly given, missions aimed at striking the orcs deep in the forest. Those who succeed not only contribute to the victory in the conflict, but also gain fame, recognition, and a valuable reward from the company. Show your courage and earn your place among the best. Your first trial awaits. Here is your assignment. The forest asks its questions. Find your answers.
The officer gives God of Thunder a brief look, then reaches into his leather satchel and pulls out a rolled-up letter. With a steady voice, God of Thunder recites the words from the letter. Grunts are heavily armed but sluggish. Defeat 25 before they spot you. The enemy is probably already trembling. God of Thunder takes the scroll and steps away from the gate. God of Thunder reaches the venerable gates of the outpost, which sway slowly in the wind. He pauses for a moment, then raises his hand and knocks with firm strokes. The gate creaks open. The officer of the Royal Hunting Company steps in front of God of Thunder, nods at him, and speaks.
Well done. You have successfully completed the first task. Your reward will grow as you complete more tasks.
The officer rummages through his bag and notes that God of Thunder has finished the task. He raises his gaze and speaks again.
It's not just one task. The company is counting on you. Here is your next assignment.
The officer gives God of Thunder a brief look, then reaches into his leather satchel and pulls out a rolled-up letter. God of Thunder opens the letter and reads aloud. Rogues stalk their prey in the green zone. Disrupt the ambushes of 15 of them. Noted. Let's move. God of Thunder takes the scroll and steps away from the gate. God of Thunder comes to a halt in front of the outpost gates and knocks. The gate creaks open. The officer of the Royal Hunting Company steps in front of God of Thunder, nods at him, and speaks.
Very good. You have completed the second task. Your reward continues to grow.
The officer pulls out his notebook and writes that God of Thunder has completed the task. He looks up and resumes his speech.
You've done well so far. The forest tests not only your strength, but also your will. Accept this third task.
From a worn satchel, the officer retrieves a parchment and presents it to God of Thunder. God of Thunder takes the document in hand and reads it aloud for all to hear. The Orc King is a tough foe. Fire 10 arrows at him, showing you fear nothing. Let's go. Without hesitation, God of Thunder turns to leave the outpost. God of Thunder stops in front of the outpost gates. The wind blows through the trees as he steps forward and knocks strongly on the wooden gates. The gate creaks open. The officer of the Royal Hunting Company sees God of Thunder and speaks.
Excellent. The third task is complete. Your reward will grow even larger as you continue.
The officer rummages through his bag and notes that God of Thunder has finished the task. He raises his gaze and speaks again.
Not many make it this far. Task 4 will push you to your limits. Stay vigilant. The forest does not forget.
The officer studies God of Thunder for a moment, retrieves a document, and presses it firmly into his hand. With a steady voice, God of Thunder recites the words from the letter. Use your offensive hunting skills 20 times and show mastery of your craft. Sounds dangerous. I like it. God of Thunder folds the message carefully and prepares to move. The officer takes out his paper and writes that God of Thunder has successfully completed the task. He looks up from his notebook and continues speaking.
This is your final task for today. Give it your all. If you succeed in this trial, your name will be spoken among hunters.
With a nod and steady hand, the officer hands God of Thunder the assignment, sealed and ready. God of Thunder unrolls the message and speaks clearly. Orc scouts lurk in the yellow zone as well. Take out 50 of them. I shall fulfill this task with honor. God of Thunder folds the message carefully and prepares to move. God of Thunder reaches the gates of the outpost and stops to knock. The gate creaks open. The officer of the Royal Hunting Company steps in front of God of Thunder and speaks.
Congratulations. You have successfully completed all 5 tasks. Your reward will now be generous. Come back later to collect it.
With a content smile, God of Thunder leaves the outpost and sets off to face the challenges ahead.